weekly revision paper that goes with the word processing, the advanced word processing ICDL qualification. So as you know, there are lots of video-based learning materials that you can use, and also you'll be able to access the resources. That's the documents or the files or the PowerPoint, whichever one you're using. You can open those up and you can go along with the video and use the same materials. Or after watching the video, what you might do is rather go straight into putting it into practice. So you've also got in that All Learning Resources link, you will have the weekly revision practice, whereby you can do so many questions at a time in each section, and then you can go back to the videos, or you can do them all in one at the end. It's entirely up to you how you do it. So we all come to this with different levels of IT skills, different ways of doing things. So what you're doing with regards to this is you're trying to do it the most efficient way. If you're a beginner, you'll be learning things from scratch, so you need to put it into practice. Watching a video alone will not keep it, you won't be able to assimilate it and put it into practice somewhere else. So you need to do that in order to retain it. So if you do practice, that's the answer. And there are also weekly revision practice videos in the other link, in the questions 1 to 30, and you can go and check those and make sure that what you're doing is what's expected. In other words, you've read the question correctly. And these questions will be getting more and more like the actual exam. And there's another paper after this which I will guide you towards, whereby you'll be doing it a little bit more independently. So this is the answer. Watch the videos in the areas you need, or all of them, but make sure that you put them into practice and check that you've got the gist of it. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye. You'll need the weekly revision work files, so make sure you do have the correct ones from Aula. If you don't, you won't see them looking like this, and when you apply things, they won't always work. So make sure you don't pick up the pre-online ones, so make sure they are these instead. The other thing you'll need from the weekly revision folder is the question paper. So you can see here, and make sure they are the correct work files, otherwise it won't work what we're doing. And you need the weekly revision advanced word processing weekly revision paper. And I've done week 2 in a previous set of videos, and this one's going to concentrate on these ones here, week 3, practice week 14, questions 14 to 20. And this is regarding the section 6 referencing. So this is what we're going to use, and then we've got our files to do it. So I'm going to start by doing question 14. So using the discovery file, create a footnote after tomb in the 3rd paragraph, footnote number 2, with the following text: evidence was found of early grave robbers. So let's go and find the area, discovery, here it is, the file. So create a footnote after the tomb in the 3rd paragraph, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So sometimes it's not highlighted like it was when we were demonstrating in learning. Notice there's already one in there, hence the reason it's going to be number 2. So let's go to the references tab as we find all this stuff, and we've got an insert there. It's come up as number 2, and then it's going to be evidence, blah, 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 for that. Evidence was found of early grave robbers. And that's that bit done. So that's nice and quick. Remember, to access anything on these, if you right click on these footnotes, you can get to note options and you can get to convert. And remember, the note options can change the numbering and the way that things are. So it gives you the whole picture for footnotes. Okay, so that's that one done. Close that. And we'll look at the second one. Now, question 15. Using the Topperville Hall file, create a table of contents under the main heading before the heading introduction. Use a format classic, your own choice of leader dots, and only show 2 levels. Then insert a page break before the heading introduction and update the table of contents accordingly. So this is quite typical of this question. So we're going to open up Toppyville Hall. Let's come down a bit. There it is there. And first bit is to do the table of contents. So under the main heading, and that's where we're going to put it. And we go to references, table of contents, custom table of contents, and we follow what it's asking, which is a classic. Show two levels there, and tab leader dots of my choice, and then OK. That's worked, brilliant. Then insert a page break before the heading, so we can do a control and enter on the keyboard. That's putting in a break. Moving it on to the next page, and then we've got to update the table of contents. Remember, in the exam, when you update table of contents, it will tell you if it wants you to do the entire. It doesn't say that, you don't have to. Okay, so question 16, open the document Predator, add a bookmark named Senses to the heading Senses on page 2, add another bookmark Body to the body form heading, and at the end of the document insert a cross-reference, a hyperlink to the bookmark text, which links to the bookmark body. Okay, right. So first of all, let's open up Predator. Insert tab, and here's our bookmarks here. So we're going to add a bookmark Senses. So let's go back out. Let's find Senses as a heading. There it is. Double click on it into that same place where we were, bookmark, and we're going to type in Senses and add. Okay. The second one, we've got add another bookmark to body form heading. Now I'm going to make sure I highlight the whole thing, not just a little bit, because it's applying to both words. I'm going to bookmark and I'm going to call it body and add. And then at the end of the document, right at the very end, just here, I'm going to insert a cross-reference. So back to there, we're still in the insert tab, cross-reference, and it's going to be to the bookmark body, which it is, and it's going to be linked as body text, which it automatically is, and there's that link it's talking about, the hyperlink. Insert, close, and then if you control and click, that should take you to body form, which it has. Okay, so we can close that one, and we're going to be now moving to opening references. So question 17. Open the references file and type page, open bracket, sorry, page, space, then close bracket, after Elizabeth 1 in the paragraph 1. We're going to insert a cross-reference to the numbered items beginning Elizabeth said, which shows the page number. So this is that cross-reference feature that I demonstrated in the lectures. So we're going to open up references. Okay, so here's our Elizabeth I. We've got to do an open bracket, page, space, close bracket, ready for our cross-reference. Insert tab, there's our cross-reference there. And we need to, it's already in numbered item, which is what we need. It says insert cross-reference numbered item beginning Elizabeth is said. So we click on that one. And page number is what we're after as well. So we click on insert. So question 18, continue with the file references, add a caption figure A, the tea room, to the tea room image, and place the caption below the image, making sure the caption letter can be automatically updated. So here's our tea room picture under here. Remember, insert caption. Got to make sure it's automatically updated. That's the first thing I've got to do. So auto caption. Takes a minute to come through. I'll do that in the exam. It is on, but it's not always, probably won't be in the exam. Make sure it's ticked. And okay, and it throws you out. Back in, it's been set up, so now we can get on with the job. So it is figure A already. If not, you can find them all here, the numbering. And then I'm just going to put in the tea room. Okay, so that's the right place. And that's that one done. We're moving on to question 19. Close. Okay, so we're going to do questions 19 and 20 together, the last two on the weekly revision for references. It asks us to create the following index entries using the same document as we have before, references. We've got to create a main entry for the text house on page 1. We've got to create entry for maze on page 3 and use the mark entries of main entry as maze and garden as sub-entries. And then create that in a new index on a new page at the end of the document using a fancy format. Okay, so here's our first item, first house. You can do it through a find or just visually, it's up to you. Okay, so we're going to use this one. So we're going into references, mark entry, and just once house, we mark it and we close. Notice that the show and hide comes on automatically when you do, you do a mark and entry so you can see it. The second one is on page 3. So all the way down to page 3. And there it is on the third paragraph. So back to references, mark entry, wants maze there and gardens as sub-entry. Mark and close. And when we go to the very end of the document, we can use a control and enter. I'm going to pop our index in here, so it's still on the references tab. Insert your index. Fancy format, quite happy with that. Okay, and there you've done it. So that's completed weekly revision questions 14 to 20 regarding referencing, and I'm going to start some more lecture videos in the next series. Thank you.